The kiss principle. Keep it simple, sadhu. Right? Yeah. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Gopi Janavala Bhagavata Gopi Janavala Bhagavata Gopi Yamuna Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabi Hari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabi Hari Gopi Janavala Bhagavata Gopi Janavala Bhagavata Jana Prabhu Jana Yashodanandana 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 Yamuna Yamuna Radha Madhava Radha
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. I go Premanande, I go Premanande, Hari Hari go. I go Premanande, Hari Hari Bhad Paramahamsa Parivrajitacharya Astakarshata Sri Srimad. His Divine Grace Srila Abhay Charna Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jaya. Jaya Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajitacharya Astakarshata Sri Srimad. His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Thakur Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Srila Namacharya Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Kartik Maas Ki Jai. Shri Shri Panchatattva Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories, all glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Sri Guru, Sri Sri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Satyade Suttamine. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhiraya Nasta Prayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 9, text number 1 and 2. Canto 10, Chapter 9, text number 1 and 2. Okay, here we are, Chapter 9 of the 10th Canto. Shri Shuka Uvacha Ekada Grihadasishu Yashodananda Gehini Karmantara Niyuktasu Nirmamanta Swayam Dadi Yani Yani Hagitani Tadbala Charitani Cha Dadi Nirmantane Kale Smaranti Tanya Gayata Shri Shuka Uvacha Ekada Grihadasishu Yashodananda Gehini Karmantara Niyuktasu Nirman Manta Swayam Dadi Yani Yani Hagitani Tadbala Charitani Cha Dhadi Nirmantane Kale Smaranti Tanya Gayata. Please chant. It's Canto 10, Chapter 9, text number 1 and 2. That's Canto 10, Chapter 9, text number 1 and 2. Shri Shuka Uvacha Ekada Grihadasishu Yashodananda Gehini Nirmamanta Chaitanya cha. Dadi nirmantane kale. Smaranti tanya gayata.
Sri Shuka Uvacha.
Sri Shuka
Ekada Grihadasishu.
ekada vihadasishu.
Yashodananda
Yashodanandadehini.
Karmantara Niyuktasu.
Karmantaniyuktasu.
Nirmamanta Swayam Dadi.
Nirmamanta swayam dadi.
Yani Yani
Yani
Hagitani.
yani hagitani.
Tatbala Charitani Cha.
Dadi nirmantane kale.
Smaranti Tanya Gayata.
Smaranti tanya gayata. Sri Shuka Vacha. Ekada vihadasishu. Yashodanandadehini. Karmantaniyuktasu. Nirmamanta swayam dadi. Yani yani hagitani. Tatbala chaitani cha. Dadi nirmantane kale. Smaranti tanya gayata. Sri Shuka Vacha. Ekada vihadasishu. Yashodanandadehini. Karmantara niyuktasu. Nirmamanta swayam dadi. Yani yani hagitani. Tatbala charitani cha. Dadi nirmantane kale. Smaranti tanya gayata. Sri Shuka Uvacha.
Sri Shuka Uvacha.
Sri Shukadev Goswami said,
Sri Sukadeva Goswami said,
Ekada,
Ekada,
one day,
Grihadasishu,
when all the maidservants of the household were otherwise engaged, Yashoda, Mother Yashoda, Nanda Gehini, the queen of Nanda Maharaj, Karma Antara, in other household affairs, Niyuktasu, being engaged, Nirmamanta, churned, Svayam, personally, Dadi, the yogurt, Yani, all such, Yani, such, Iha, in this connection, Gitani, songs, Tatbala, Charitani, in which the activities of her own child were enacted. Cha and Dhari Nimantane, while churning the yogurt, Kale, at that time, Smaranti, remembering, Tani, all of them, in the form of songs, Agayata, chanted. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Abhay Charana Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Sri Shukadev Goswami continued, one day, when Mother Yashoda saw that all the maidservants were engaged in other household affairs, she personally began to churn the yogurt. While churning, she remembered the childish activities of Krishna, and in her own way, she composed songs and enjoyed singing to herself about all those activities. Please repeat after me. Sri Shukadev Goswami continued. One day, when Mother Yashoda saw that all the maidservants were engaged in other household affairs, she personally began to churn the yogurt. While churning, she remembered the childish activities of Krishna, and in her own way, she composed songs and enjoyed singing to herself about all those activities. Purport. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, quoting from the Vaishnava Toshani of Srila Sanatana Goswami, says that the incident of Krishna's breaking the pot of yogurt and being bound by Mother Yashoda took place on the Deepavali day, or Deepa Malika. Even today in India, this festival is generally celebrated very gorgeously in the month of Kartik by fireworks and lights, especially in Bombay. It is to be understood that among all the cows of Nanda Maharaj, several of Mother Yashoda's cows ate only grasses so flavorful that the grasses would automatically flavor the milk. Mother Yashoda wanted to collect the milk from these cows, make it into yogurt, and churn it into butter personally, since she thought that this child Krishna was going to the houses of neighborhood gopas and gopis to steal butter, because he did not like the milk and yogurt ordinarily prepared. While churning the butter, Mother Yashoda was singing about the childhood activities of Krishna. It was formerly a custom that if one wanted to remember something constantly, he would transform it into poetry or have this done by a professional poet. Any professional poets here? It appears that Mother Yashoda did not want to forget Krishna's activities at any time. Therefore, she poetized all Krishna's childhood activities, such as the killing of Putana, Agasura, Shakatasura, and Trinavarta. And while churning the butter, she sang about these activities in poetical form. This should be the practice of persons eager to remain Krishna conscious 24 hours a day. This incident shows how Krishna conscious Mother Yashoda was. To stay in Krishna consciousness, we should follow such persons. Once again, the verses. Sri Shuka Uvacha Ekada Grihada Shishu Yashoda Nanda Gehini Karmantara Niyuktasu Nirmamanta Swayam Dadi Yani Yaniha Gitani Tadbala Charitani Cha Dhari Nirmantane Kale Smaranti Tanyagayata. Om Jnana Trimandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Svapadantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prachadine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Vasajanis Kathamine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So it is my great honor and pleasure to be here this evening. Main bahut prasann hu, very happy. And very comfortable also. Thank you. So Kartik Maas is coming up soon in just a few days. What day does it start? I think on 7th. 7th of October. And so just a bit over a week, around 10 days or so. So who here likes Kartik Maas? Do you like Kartik Maas? I think for many of us, Kartik, the month of October, November, it's our favorite time of year. The weather is so nice, and it's a very auspicious month. And it's said whatever devotional service we do during the month of Kartik, the results are multiplied. Some say 100 times, some say 1,000 times. Some say, please mute your notifications. People say so many things. And for sure, the service that we do during the month of Kartik gets multiplied. So it's like a sale. It's like Krishna's having a sale on devotional service. Today we were doing Harinam Sankirtan in downtown Belfast. This is the first time I've done that in this lifetime, probably any lifetime. And so blissful. And we saw 2 shops that were closing 20% off everything, right? You buy whatever you want, 20% off. Promotion. So everyone is flocking to these shops to buy the items. So similarly, Kartik Maas is like that. Instead of 20% off, it's like plus 1,000% bhakti benefits. Of course, any bhakti we do anytime. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. These 9 processes of bhakti beginning with Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. Shravanam, hearing, Kirtanam, chanting, Smaranam, remembering. So whatever we do, we get eternal benefit by these activities. Lord Krishna explains in the Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 2, text number 40. Please repeat after me. Neha vikramo nashosti.
Neha vikramo nashosti.
Pratyavaya na vidyate.
Pratyavaya vidyate.
Swalpalpam apasya dharmasya.
Sarvamapasya dharmasya.
Chayate mahato bhayat.
Chayate.
So just like Mother Yashoda, she puts Krishna's Leelas to the song form to remember them. So I sometimes put Srila Prabhupada's translations to the song form so I can remember them. So would you like to hear the song form of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, text 40, that we just chanted? Okay. In this endeavor, There is no fault or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can save one from the most dangerous type of feeling. It's the bluesy Bhagavad Gita translation song. Point being that whatever bhakti we do, whatever devotional service we do, the benefit stays with us eternally. So whatever we do in the month of Kartik, it's like boom, 1,000 times the benefit, and that benefit stays with us eternally. So Kartik is a wonderful time to intensify our devotional service. Sometimes devotees take special vratas or vows that this month I will chant extra rounds. This month I will do special Vaishnav Seva. This month I will not blaspheme or criticize any devotee. Ooh, that's a tough one. Yeah. But very worthwhile, very rewarding. So what would be some kind of vrata for the month of Kartik that you feel would be beneficial for you or others? Let's just have a little discussion here. During the month of Kartik coming up, what would be some of the things that you would consider in your life or suggesting to your friends? Hearing more. Yeah. Shravanam. And what would you want to hear?
I was delaying my Bhakti Shastri for a while, so I wanted to
Wait,
speed up.
I'm going to give you a mic. Go ahead.
Thank you, Maharaj. I was little bit delaying my Bhakti Shastri courses for a while now because of different services and responsibilities. I thought Kartik is a month where I should take extra time and focus and complete the Bhagavad Gita section, whatever possible.
Okay, wishing you all the success with your Bhagavad Gita in the month of Kartik. Anyone else would like to share something? Month of Kartik, good opportunity. Any thoughts? What could you do? Yes, please hand the mic to Vaishnavi.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. I'm going to take a risk here, but I've had an idea about starting Namahata here in Ireland because so many devotees are, and people who come to the island are spread all over Ireland, and they don't get that much association. So I was thinking of starting an online group, and have people who've come to the island, and then give them Bhagavad Gita classes and cooking classes and help them to be Krishna conscious at home, and maybe start there and see how it expands. Well, the book that that you were reading, so Srila Prabhupada was saying we are preaching Bhagavad Dharma. So I was thinking Bhagavad Dharma would be really nice.
Maharaj, by your mercy, I maybe will chant my 16 rounds during Brahma Muhurta.
So thank you for sharing all these inspiring ideas and plans to increase our own Krishna consciousness and make ourselves better instruments for the distribution of Krishna consciousness. That's that. There we have it, I think. Yeah. So that's also, and reaching out to others to benefit others, the mood of compassion, karunika, that's so wonderful. And chanting our rounds Actually, to tighten this up, you need a screwdriver. These are like golden rounds. When we chant our rounds, Brahma Muhurta, 2.5 hours before sunrise. Maybe 4 o'clock. You like getting up that time? Yeah. She's getting really excited just thinking about it. Me too. Wonderful. So we should have the eagerness to get up early before the sunrise, Brahma Muhurta, and chant Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So one year I went to Dubai to do programs during the month of Kartik. And they do something called Damodar programs. And Dubai's code name is Damodar Desh. Because in communications, the government is not always favorable towards our outreach activities. So thus a code name is there, Damodar Desh. Abu Dhabi is called Avatari Desh. Sharjah is called Sham Desh. Kuwait is called Kanaya Desh. Qatar is called Krishna Katha Desh, like this. So I went to Damodar Desh, I spent a month, and we did 100 programs in 1 month. It was amazing.
Even we do in Belfast now.
You do in Belfast?
Yeah. Last year we could do around 16.
16.
Yeah, we have small numbers.
Okay, good.
Weekends.
Only weekends. We
Only
do Friday,
weekends.
Saturday, Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Because we're all working.
Because you're working. So I'm not working. So I was able to give time morning, afternoon, and night for these programs. And on one Mataji, on one weekend, on one day, she did 31 programs in one day. So I think she had a big apartment building, and she planned it out like first she did this flat, then she did the next flat, then she did the next flat, and then the neighbor says, "Can you come and do my flat?" Like that. So they did 31 programs from like early morning to like 11 o'clock at night. It was amazing. So for me, typically, it was not unusual to do 5 programs in a day. So what we would do is we would tell this Leela of Damodar. We would set up an altar with Yashoda and Damodar on the altar, tell the Leela, and then sing Damodar Astakam, and people will offer lamps. And then Prashadam, right? Some prashad. And then zoom, next house, like that. Same kind of program?
Yes.
So, the interesting thing about Krishna Katha is it never gets tired. So you can tell the same story again and again, hundreds of times. And it's so purifying. Krishna Katha, Swakatha, Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana, Vedanta Sto Hyabhadrani, Vidnoti Suritsatam. That Krishna Katha cleanses the heart of everything inauspicious. And Krishna personally cleanses the heart. Surit Satam, as a surit, as a friend. He cleanses the heart of everyone who hears Krishna Katha. So I would like to share one of my attempts, one of my versions of Damodar Leela with all of you. Would you like to hear it?
Haribol!
Okay, so please give me your blessings so that I can speak properly according to parampara, and for my own benefit, purification, as well as your also enjoyment and hopefully enlightenment. Thank you so much. So we're hearing Mother Yashoda. She was a bit perplexed and frustrated because she was getting regular reports from the gopis that Krishna has come to my house and he's stolen the butter. And sometimes the gopis would make a special arrangement, hanging the butter from a swing so that Krishna could not access the butter. So then Krishna would get angry. So then he would put water in the ears of the babies and make them cry. And he would also do something really naughty. He would pass urine and stool on the floor. Very naughty. And then the gopis would be complaining to Mother Yashoda that Krishna's come and making this mess in my house, and Krishna's stealing our butter. So Mother Yashoda is thinking, what is wrong with my butter? Why is he going out and stealing? Maybe my maidservants are not doing a good job making the butter. So she said, if you want to do something right, then do it yourself. So she decided to make the makhan herself. So how many cows does Nanda Maharaj have?
900,000.
900,000, no lakh, right? He has 900,000 cows. Of all those cows, 108 were the best. Of those 108, 8 were the best. And among those 8, 2 were the best. And the reason why they're the best is, as we're hearing in the purport today, they had flavored milk. So because they were eating a special kind of grass, what's the name of the grass? Padma Ganda grass. Because they were eating the Padma means lotus. Ganda means scent. Because they had the grass that had the scent of lotus flowers. Their milk took on the flavor of lotus flowers. Who here has had chocolate milk? Anyone? You had? Okay. Who here has had strawberry milk? Yeah? Who here has had banana milk? Yeah? Okay. Who here has had vanilla milk? Did you have? Yeah? Who here has had coconut milk? Mm. Who here has had lotus flower milk? Nobody. Krishna's cows, these 2 special cows, were fed the Padma Ganda grass, the lotus flavored grass. And as a result, they were very, very happy. They were enjoying the lotus flower milk. And Mother Yashoda was personally milking them. They gave so much wonderful milk. And Mother Yashoda was using this milk to make milk sweets for Krishna. And remind me at the end of the class, I have some milk sweets for all of you. Okay? She was making milk sweets for Krishna. And of course, she was making dahi, yogurt for Krishna. And that dahi, she was churning into makhan. And when she churned, she had bangles on her wrists. Anyone here have bangles on their wrists? Do ladies do that in Ireland? Yeah. Okay, you got a few. But she was wearing many bangles. And when she was churning the butter, the yogurt into makhan, the bangles were making a beautiful singing sound. Ching, 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 ching. Now Krishna was sleeping in the next room while Mother Yashoda was churning the yogurt into butter. And hearing the sound of the bangles, ching, 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 Krishna woke up. And when Krishna woke up, he was hungry. He was hungry for his mother's love. He climbed down the bed and came to where Mother Yashoda was churning and began pulling on her sari. Mataji, Mataji, may book lagao. He spoke Hindi. He didn't speak Hindi, he spoke Braj Bhasha. the language of Braj. And he said, Mother, I'm so hungry. Please feed me. Please feed me. So she lifted up Krishna, and even he grabbed the churning rod to stop the churning rod from moving. So he just grabbed it, and she was so happy that her child was so intelligent, and she lifted up Krishna and put Krishna on her lap and began feeding Krishna her breast milk. And Krishna was smiling at her with his small little white teeth, and Mother Yashoda was smiling at him. It was such a wonderful moment. And then all of a sudden there was some milk boiling on the stove. So the milk boiling on the stove was thinking. Isn't it interesting that the milk was thinking? Yeah. Did you know that milk can think? In the spiritual world, everything is conscious. So even the milk was thinking. And the milk was thinking that if Krishna drinks Mother Yashoda's milk, then he won't be hungry anymore. And he won't drink me. If he doesn't drink me, what is the use of living? I will commit suicide. So the milk began jumping out of the pot and into the fire, and it made a really big sound. Mother Yashoda was in a dilemma. Should I keep feeding Krishna, or should I put Krishna down and go and rescue the milk? And that milk is for Krishna, so I should save the milk. So she put Krishna down, and she went running to the kitchen and very carefully lifted the milk off the stove. So she saved the life of the milk. Mother Yashoda ki jai. Meanwhile, Krishna became very angry. Why she has put me down? I was still hungry. And he bit his lip in anger. And then our acharyas explained the white teeth of Krishna against his lips represent the mode of goodness over the mode of passion. So Krishna is really angry, and he said, now I'm going to do something naughty. So he took a stone, and the pot that Mother Yashoda was churning the yogurt into butter was matka. It was made of mud. It was made of clay, matka. So then he took a stone and he broke the pot, and the pot butter went everywhere. It was splattered all over the place. And Krishna sat down and he began to eat the makkan, and that is why he is called Makkan Chor. Makkan Chor ki jai. So Krishna was eating the makkan. He got a little bit satisfied, and then he decided to take the makkan out into the courtyard to feed his friends. So he picked up the makkan and he went out into the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj's house. And there he found his friends who were also eager to eat the makkan. Do you know who Krishna's friends are? Monkeys. Yes. So Krishna began to feed the butter to the monkeys. And the monkeys were so happy to get the makkan from Krishna. They were so happy to get the makkan. And they were eating the makkan and eating the makkan. And then Mother Yashoda came back from the kitchen and she saw a big mess. There was broken pot and butter was gone everywhere. And she thought maybe some demon has done this. And then she looked closely and she saw chota chota pada china. She saw little footprints out of makkan. And she could understand that this is Krishna's work. Ye Krishna ki kam hai. Right? This is Krishna's work. So she said, I have to punish Krishna. So she took a stick, a chadi. She took a whipping stick. And she very slowly and carefully followed those footprints. And then when she got to the courtyard, she saw Krishna is feeding butter to the monkeys. But Krishna did not see her, and neither did the monkeys. And she came closer and 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 closer. And all of a sudden, the monkeys saw her, and the monkeys screamed. And the monkeys jumped down from the driving motor and began running away. And Krishna saw Mother Yashoda, and Krishna began running away. So Krishna was running ahead, and Mother Yashoda was running behind. She was chasing him. Krishna was running on his little feet. He was running through Gokul, and Mother Yashoda was chasing after him. And she was big mama, big Mataji, big lady. And she was trying to keep up with Krishna. And Krishna is running ahead, and Mother Yashoda is running behind. And Krishna is running ahead, and Mother Yashoda is running behind. And Krishna is running ahead, and Mother Yashoda is running behind. And all the people of Gokul were standing at their doorways and their pasture grounds and watching this wonderful race going on. Now, it's explained that even the greatest of yogis cannot catch Krishna. Only a bhakta, one who's developed their love for Krishna, can catch Krishna. Lord Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, text number 55. Bhakti mam abhijananti, bhakti mam
Abhijanati
yadanyas-chasmi tattvataha,
Yanaschasmi Tatvataha
tato mam tattvato gyatva,
Tato Mam Tattato Gyatva
vishate tadanantaram.
Vishate Tadanantaram.
Only by bhakti can I be known in truth. And when one knows me in truth, one can go to the supreme abode. And Krishna also says, 4th chapter, text 11, Ye tam mam prapadyante, tam stataiva bhajamyaham, mama vartman vartante, manusha karta sarvashaha. Ye tam mam prapadyante, tam stataiva bhajamyaham. As you surrender unto me, I reward you accordingly. So Krishna rewarded Mother Yashoda. She was struggling and huffing and puffing, and he allowed Mother Yashoda to catch him. Haribol. Jai ho, jai ho. So Krishna was crying tears. He was so afraid of Mother Yashoda. She had the chadi. He was saying, Chadi Chordo, put down the stick, put down the stick. And his chest was moving up and down very fast. He was breathing fast. And tears were coming down his eyes, and the black cudgel around his eyes was melting down his face, and his face was turning blackish, and he looked so beautiful. And Mother Yashoda's heart was just overwhelmed with love, and she put down the stick. But she was afraid that maybe he's so scared, he's so much in fear, he might run away into the forest. And if he runs away, maybe the monkeys will attack him, or he may get his foot pricked by thorns or sharp stones, and he may be in great difficulty. So she said, I have to punish him, and I have to protect him. So she wanted to tie Krishna up. Can you hand me the mridanga, please? She wanted to tie Krishna to the grinding mortar. This is the grinding mortar. So she took a rope. This is the rope. Here's another part of the rope. So Krishna was there.
Krishna.
Avi is better. Come. Avi, come.
He's skinnier.
The rope will fit him.
Okay, sit down. Put your back to the grinding mortar.
So you can use my chadar.
I can use your chadar. Okay, hold on to it for a second. So Mother Yashoda, she took the rope, put it around Krishna. You can put your arms up, so like that. And she tried to tie Krishna, but the rope, can you see?
Short.
It's short. It's too short. How short was it?
2
Two fingers. So she got another rope from her friends. Bring a rope. So she tied the 2 ropes together. You got the other one? She made a knot. Like that. Yeah. Right. She's better at making knots than me. That's looking pretty good. Ha! Okay, and again, she tried to tie up Krishna. But again, the rope was?
2 fingers too short.
It was 2 fingers too short. So she called all of her friends. Rasi Lao, give your ropes. Any other ropes we have? You want to volunteer?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, like this, all the residents of Gokul gave their ropes.
Next time.
You know what's interesting is that in Gokul, the ropes are used for one purpose. Do you know what purpose that is?
The
Cows. So on this day, all the cows were free. And they were very happy. So she was perspiring and endeavoring, but the ropes were always 2 inches too short. But then, because of her intense endeavor and love for Krishna, and then yeyatam mam prapadyante tam sataiva bhajamyaham, Krishna allowed Mother Yashoda to tie him up. All right. So from this we learn a very valuable lesson. The meaning of the 2 fingers. Finger number 1 is bhakta ki prayas, the endeavor of the devotee. To accomplish anything, we need to make an endeavor. We need to try our best. When I was growing up in New York, I was a Cub Scout. And we had our slogan, always do your best, right? So I always try to do my best. So we always have to try to do our best. And then, finger number 2, Bhagavan ki kripa, the mercy of Krishna. We need the mercy of Krishna to accomplish anything. So 2 things are required. Number 1,
Our
endeavor. And number 2,
Krishna's mercy.
Krishna's mercy. Okay. Now, I've never done this before, but I'm tempted to do it. I need 2 volunteers to be Manigriva and Nalakuvera. Okay,
Yes,
1.
Tulsi, come.
Yeah? Okay. Anyone else? Okay. So you can stay there. You stand as trees in Nanda Maharaj's courtyard.
You can move this one.
Mhm. You can videotape this also. Hopefully it'll be good. So Krishna was really angry that Mother Yashoda tied him up. Krishna was really angry that Mother Yashoda had tied him up. So he said, now I'm going to do something really naughty.
Now I'm gonna do something really naughty.
Uh-oh. What's Krishna going to do now? So then, Krishna began to crawl forward, and in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj, there were 2 trees, and they were formerly demigods. Nalakubera, Manigriva, they were cursed by Narada Muni to be appearing as trees in Nanda Maharaj's courtyard. But the good thing is that they were going to get darshan of Krishna. So then Krishna began slowly crawling. Go ahead, Krishna. Take the little and he was crawling.
The center of
And he came between the 2 trees, and the grinding mortar got caught between the 2 trees. And Krishna kept crawling slowly, gradually, and the trees began to tremble, and all of a sudden, they fell over. And Manigriva and Nalakuvera, the 2 demigods, they began offering prayers to Krishna. And they said, oh my dear Lord Krishna, we appeared as trees in Nanda Maharaj's courtyard. Offer your pranams to Krishna. And we were cursed by Narada Muni, but we're so fortunate that we have your darshan.
We have your darshan.
Haribo! So this is the story of Radha Damodar. Damo means the rope, and Udhar means pate, means the stomach. So Krishna, Damodar, is one who's tied around the rope by the stomach. So can I have the actors in the play please come up here? Come. Over here. Stand over here. Face the audience. Good. And you should take a bow. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Here we go. Keep clapping, keep clapping. Okay. Yeah. Okay, please sit down. Thank you so much, Hare Krishna. Shri Yashoda Damodar ki Jai. Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. So, any questions, comments before we conclude?
Maharaj.
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you very much, Maharaj, for the wonderful session. I heard somewhere that Srimati Radharani's favorite month, Kartik month. Is there any reason, like, for Radharani's?
Yeah. I'm not sure where it's said, in which Shastra it's mentioned that Kartik is Srimati Radharani's favorite month. It may be. You could see when I took the poll at the beginning of the class, we all liked it so much. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's true. But I don't know the reason for it, if it is true. So does anyone else know? Is anyone else familiar with this?
Because of Maharaj?
Do you know? Why is, first of all, is Kartik Srimati Radharani's favorite month? If yes, why? That's the question. Anyone know? Nobody knows, I don't know. Sorry, I'll have to research for you. Yeah?
Because of Maharaj?
Because of
Maharaj.
Maharaj.
Sharad Purnima, yeah.
Sharad Purnima is there, Rasa Dance is there. But when you said it, you said because of Maharaj, right? It means that you're not sure.
And
Yeah.
like all gopis and the Sakhi came to the bank of Yamuna and did. All gopis and Krishna and Srimati Radharani came to the bank of river Yamuna and they did Maharaj there and full moon and full mercy of Lord Krishna. And in that Maharaj, like Shiva also joined that Maharaj as a Gopeshwar Ma. So maybe that's the reason. And Shiva is the most favorite devotee of Lord Krishna, and Srimati Radharani as well. So maybe that's the reason.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. So we have a proposal from Prabhu, and we'll have to do a little more research for you, and we'll see if we can let you know.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And-
Hare Krishna.
Sorry, one more. I heard lots of times from the Brajvasis and Gaudiya Vaishnavas. They said whenever we go to the Vrindavan, firstly we should do pranam to the Raj, like soil, then plants like Latai and Yamuna Maharani, and last one is Gopeshwar Mahadev. Before taking darshan of our deities like Radha Raman, Krishna Balaram, Radha Vallabh and Bhakti Bihari, first we should pranam these four Maha devotees in Vrindavan and
Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Prabhu. Rohini Kumar, Prabhu.
Thank you very much for helping us to remember Sri Damodar. So, on remembering Krishna is the essence, but it's also sometimes very difficult. We're taking care of kids, we're driving around, we're working, we're doing this and that. So how do we remember these two crucial ingredients, the endeavor and the mercy required, rather than just acting like puppets?
So thank you for your question. If I understand your question properly, you're saying how we can be Krishna conscious and remember that we should endeavor and that Krishna's mercy is required for everything. I have a favorite Hindi saying, Hum jab yojana banate hai, to Krishna haste hai. If you want to see Krishna laugh, tell him your plans. So when we see what's happening in our lives, we can see that we have our plans, Hamara Yojan, we have our yojanas, and Krishna has his yojana. This helps. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Alright? Okay, good. Or Kuch Chaye? Anything else? Yes? 1, 2. You can go first and she can go.
Thank you for the class. I guess just follow up on that. Like, how do you then start accepting his plan? And how do you realize that this is what Krishna wants, but this is what I want? Like, get the difference and then start aligning to his plan. Thank you.
Vaishnavas help us to understand what Krishna's plan is, especially if we're fortunate to have a relationship with Shiksha Gurus, Diksha Gurus. Krishna says in the 4th chapter, text number 34, a very famous verse, Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadeshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. Just try to learn the truth by approaching the spiritual master, render service unto him, inquire from him submissively. The self-realized souls can impart knowledge unto us because they have seen the truth. So if we want to understand what's Krishna's plan in our lives, if we can humbly inquire submissively from such great personalities, then they can help reveal Krishna's plan in our lives to us. We see in the example of our own dear Srila Prabhupada that Srila Prabhupada, he only asked one question to his spiritual master, and that question was, how can I serve you? So the spiritual master will help us become engaged in Lord Krishna's service and help us understand what Krishna's plan is for us in our life. Does that help address your question? Thank you so much, Hare Krishna. You also want to say something? Yeah, okay, let's hear from her and then we can hear from you.
My answer to that question, why Radharani favorite month is Kartik month. As I heard in few classes, most of the Krishna pastimes like Govardhan Leela, Damodar Leela, and he first went to Gopastami and Rasli. Most of the favorite pastime he did in Kartik month, and Krishna is so dear to Radharani. That's why I think this is one of the reason why Radharani's favorite month is Kartik month.
Jai Ho, Jai Ho. Thank you so much. So many wonderful pastimes that time.
Kartik month is very busy month, right? So every some days there something is happening, so probably.
And also Srila Prabhupada disappeared from Kartik month.
No, that's fine.
Well, the only thing I can say was that when you were reading in the purport, I was just really amazed that Srila Prabhupada mentioned that she chose to sing about Krishna being carried away with Trinavarta and, Putana. And, because of what I do, healing work, people don't want to remember these things. And I was thinking, Mother Yashoda, she's remembering how Putana tried to kill Krishna, how Trinavarta tried to kill Krishna. And, how in spiritual life, I guess that's not traumatic. In material.
What's a healthy trauma?
It's a spiritual transcendental trauma.
Spiritual anxiety.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember that time he tried to kill my son. I just remember Krishna. Did you want to share something, please?
Thank you, Maharaj. That was a wonderful meditation on this pastime of Damodar Leela that will soon be glorifying more in the month of Kartik. So we are preparing for that, actually. Very nice. I wanted to ask a question. We sometimes hear the expression Krishna's causeless mercy. He has showered his causeless mercy upon us, fallen souls and so on like that. But in this pastime we learn that the endeavor is there as well. It needs to be there. So Krishna will shower his mercy like on Mother Yashoda. So what is the, how do we understand this? I'm not sure about how to explain, but is that okay, Maharaj?
Let's try.
Yeah? Okay. I wasn't sure how to formulate the question properly.
Let me see if I can help you formulate the question.
First form the question, then give the answer.
So, if I understand your question properly, you're saying that we say that Krishna has causeless mercy, so mercy will be bestowed without any endeavor on behalf of the recipient of that mercy. Although in this Leela, we learn that two things are required: the endeavor of the devotee and Krishna's mercy, which may not be causeless, is the devotee endeavor. So this appears to indicate that Krishna has two kinds of mercy, right? Mercy that's causeless and mercy that's bestowed upon worthy recipients. And we see that also in the concept of we have sadhana siddha and kripa siddha. There's three kinds of siddha. Siddha means perfection. We attain perfection in our practice of bhakti in three different ways. One of them is nitya siddha, which is we're always perfect, which probably doesn't apply to any of us here, but may apply to great personalities like Srila Prabhupada, who are said to be Krishna conscious from the moment of, vacating the womb. The whole life. Prabhupada was asked by a reporter, when did you become first Krishna conscious? And Srila Prabhupada said, I've always been Krishna conscious. So if you asked me, when did you become Krishna conscious? I'd say, I'm still not Krishna conscious. I'm working on it, like that. So if I was able to become Krishna conscious, it would be either of two paths. Either I would have sadhana siddha. Sadhana means by my daily practices on regulative principles of devotional service. Daily chanting minimum 16 rounds. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Following four regulative principles, studying Srimad Bhagavatam, engaging in Harinam Sankirtan, engaging in outreach activities, doing all different forms of sadhana. This is sadhana siddhi. So achieving gradually perfection that way could happen. Then the other one is called kripa siddha, and you just get the mercy of Krishna. It could also be causeless. You just get some causeless mercy. So that also can happen. But Srila Prabhupada said, don't count on causeless mercy. It's like Srila Prabhupada gives the example, someone goes to college and studies for 4 years and gets his degree. Another person just goes to the same college, he knows the principal or has done something, and the principal awards him honorary PhD. This happened to a friend of mine recently. He's 18 years old, youngest scientist in India, has already written 3 books. They just gave him a PhD in one university a couple of weeks ago. So it happens occasionally. But Srila Prabhupada said, don't count on it. Right? So we should go the route of sadhana siddha. So Krishna may award causeless mercy, but we shouldn't count on it. We should go through the path of making some endeavor and hoping for Krishna's mercy. These are some thoughts from my side. What do you think? Yes? Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Okay. I think we've covered everything. We're very grateful to all of you for joining this evening. Thank you so much. This is my first class in Belfast. Thank you for accepting. And I didn't forget the milk sweets. I have 2 milk sweets here in my sweatshirt. These are from Radha Govinda, island. So I only have a few, but we can break it up into small pieces. Is that good? And we also have some Nisinga oil. Okay, let's distribute some Nisinga oil. Can you do the Nisinga oil distribution? What's your name, Prabhu?
Sucharu Nimai Das.
Sucharu Nimai Prabhu. He'll be distributing the single oil. And I'll be distributing the Mahaprasadam of Sri Sri Radha Govinda. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Sri Radha Govinda Dev ki jai. Sri Sri Panchatattva ki jai. Gaur Premanande.